One thing I am curious about, and I kind of was talking to you about it, do you feel one way or the other, or just kind of neutral about the fact that, like, half your work is done, or not even half, like, some things are done in Blackboard and other things are done in Accounting Lab? Do you feel like that, like, you just want it to be one system? Do you just not care?
I mean, I understand because you can't have it, the program in Blackboard that she has you do the actual accounting part. Would it be nice if it was all in one? Definitely. I mean, she's so prompt at putting your journal entries into Accounting Lab that I always know my grade. I don't have to like hop back and forth between Blackboard to where other classes I do have to do that because they don't put your Blackboard grades in the astronomy lab until like the end or vice versa. So she does a very good job at that, but and she does a very good job at putting my Accounting Lab due dates in Blackboard. So even if you do just go in Blackboard, you still know your My Accounting Lab due dates. You don't know exactly the assignments, but you know
you can see some things due.
You know some things due as to where it's not that way with other classes. So she does a really good job, like merging both of them so that they're both. You can go to one or the other and see both. You don't have to toggle back and forth between the two. She does a really good job with that. But other classes don't at all. So that's kind of.
And because you've done online learning before this, right? Okay. So in your experience with all your different online classes, do you think, what is more important to the success of an online student? Is it classroom setup, or is it student ability / interest?
I think it's student ability. I think that students are accountable for what they do when they do it. I think that professors can set up their classrooms to ensure less stress and less confusion on the student. But ultimately, I mean, unless a professor is really, really bad and like says an assignment's due in the next 12 hours or something like that, like as long as professors give enough notice with time-wise, I think that you should be able to succeed. You should be able to do it.
If you were talking to a new student and they were thinking about taking an internet class, but they'd never taken it before, what would be your biggest piece of advice or pieces of advice that you give them?
Act like you're physically going to class. Like set out a time on 2 days a week or however many days you need to spend an hour and a half to 2 hours on that class. And act like you may be sitting in the library, you may be sitting at home, you may be doing something, but wherever you're sitting, you need to dedicate as if you're physically going to class. And time management, don't wait until the last minute.